Hello everyone. Have you ever seen someone enter a room quietly, look around carefully, and seem to understand more than those who are loud? That's a Sigma female for you. She doesn't need to loudly declare her talents or seek constant approval. She's occupied with observing, figuring things out, and often fixing issues that others aren't even aware of. What distinguishes Sigma females is their ability to think for themselves, steer clear of typical social conflicts, and concentrate on what truly matters, getting to know the world in their own unique way. While many are busy seeking approval, likes, and followers, Sigma females are quietly enhancing their intellectual skills, which impresses and sometimes even daunts the rest of us. Their cleverness isn't rooted in school learning or formal qualifications. It comes from a unique perspective on the world. They notice more, question everything, and aren't worried about conforming to others' expectations. You might compare them to Sherlock Holmes, minus the flair and the smoking pipe. Honestly, if we all adopted the way Sigma females think, the world could be sharper, wiser, and significantly quieter. Let's dive in, everyone. To really grasp what we're discussing, I suggest you watch the entire video and share your thoughts below. Number 1. Choosing practical solutions over perfect ideals. Sigma females have a clear and simple way of seeing the world. They value straightforward, realistic thinking and aren't easily swayed by unrealistic dreams or overly ambitious ideas that often don't succeed. Instead, they concentrate on effective and realistic approaches in a world that sometimes favors showy but unproductive ideas. Sigma females go straight to the point. They care about what's practical and achievable. They don't waste time on fantasies that have no real foundation. This practical approach gives them a big advantage. While others might get caught up in fanciful thinking or idealistic plans that are more imaginary than real, Sigma females stay realistic. They thoughtfully evaluate their choices, look at the facts, and make decisions that truly make a difference. They don't spend time on things just because they sound impressive. Their focus is on what actually works. This sensible way of thinking makes them highly effective both in their personal lives and at work. They identify what's not working and fix it. They find where resources are being misused and correct that. When they face a problem, they don't imagine complicated solutions. Instead, they find practical ways to solve it with the resources available. It's not about being negative or crushing dreams. It's about preferring practicality over fancy and accomplishing tasks without getting sidetracked. This strong emphasis on being practical is what really makes them stand out. Number 2. Not easily distracted by outside influences. Sigma females have a special skill to ignore the commotion around them, a challenge many face. While a lot of people are swept up by new fashions, social media issues, or the need to conform, Sigma females simply don't bother. They are not influenced by what others think, which shields them from the diversions that derail many. This freedom from social pressures helps them concentrate on what's important to them, like picking up a new skill, becoming an expert in an area, or tackling a tough issue. While others waste time and energy comparing themselves to others and getting caught up in minor matters, Sigma females remain focused on their objectives. They can sit peacefully, unaffected by the turmoil around them, and advance in areas where others just spin their wheels. They avoid the constant push to satisfy others or follow temporary fashions. Instead, they dedicate their thoughts to meaningful endeavors. Their ability to stay focused without getting distracted is a key reason Sigma females often excel more than others in thinking-heavy fields. They make good use of their time, ensuring they don't lose ground to distractions. In a world that constantly tries to grab your attention in many ways, Sigma females know how to keep their eye on the prize. They realize that achieving success is not just about hard work, but also about smart work, which includes ignoring distractions. Number 3. Quietly watchful and thoughtful planners. Sigma females might not be the ones making all the noise, but they are usually the ones with the sharpest minds. While others are busy chatting and trying to be the center of attention, Sigma females are quietly watching, noticing things that most overlook. They prefer to stay out of the spotlight not because they are shy or uninterested, but because they are keenly observing everything around them, thinking and analyzing in silence. This approach gives them a significant mental advantage. By closely watching people's gestures, small changes in conversations, and the hidden forces at play, they manage to understand much more than those who are more visibly active. Their observations are far from superficial. Sigma females think through their strategies carefully, always evaluating the situation and figuring out how different elements are linked. They don't rush to respond because they are too focused on collecting information, understanding it, and deciding on the most intelligent move. When they finally speak up or act, their insights are deeper and more comprehensive than most would expect. They steer clear of unnecessary chatter and distractions, making their conclusions clearer, better informed, and generally more successful. Their quiet while calculating approach means they rarely get caught off guard. They spot patterns that others miss and can predict outcomes before they occur. While others react only to what's obvious, Sigma females delve deeper, staying several steps ahead. This makes them exceptionally potent thinkers, wielding their sharp awareness and strategic intellect to navigate life with a precision and understanding that often remain ignored until it's too late for others. Thanks so much, everyone, for being such a loyal subscriber. Your ongoing support means a lot to us and motivates us to keep creating valuable content. We really appreciate your involvement and encouragement. Number 4. Minds that blend logical thinking with creativity. Sigma females uniquely combine sharp analysis with artistic imagination. Most people usually favor one way of thinking, either the logical, number-focused left side of the brain or the dreamy, intuitive right side. However, Sigma females effortlessly use both. This special ability gives them an advantage in thinking through problems from different perspectives. They don't just look at the issues, they creatively think of new ways to solve them that others might miss. When tackling a tricky problem, Sigma females apply their analytical skills to break it down, spotting patterns and root causes. They don't stop there, though. They also apply their imaginative thinking to develop unique, unexpected ideas. Their ability to mix careful reasoning with creativity helps them devise solutions that are both practical and inventive, whether in professional settings, artistic activities, or daily life. Sigma females stand out as real innovators because they expertly manage both analytical thinking and creative insight. They also take pleasure in uncovering new ideas, viewing challenges as exciting puzzles rather than daunting barriers. Their ease with uncertainty lets them try various approaches, mixing methodical thinking with imaginative play. This flexible method helps them adjust their plans when they learn new things, making them quick to change and effective problem solvers. In the end, their blend of logical minds and creative spins not only helps them solve issues, but also makes them visionaries who can transform thoughts and designs in extraordinary ways. Number 5. Natural skill in recognizing deceit. Sigma females have a unique ability to spot manipulation, making them highly observant in a world full of deceit. Where others might be swayed by smooth talk, impressive promises, or sophisticated propaganda, Sigma females stay calm and collected. Their sharp instincts help them recognize when something doesn't add up, and people's hidden agendas, often before others realize. This strong sense of awareness comes from their analytical mindset. They don't just accept things as they appear. Instead, they question what they're told and look deeper to find the real story hidden behind the outward appearance. Their knack for picking apart falsehoods isn't just about doubt. It stems from a deep intuition and thoughtful analysis. When someone attempts to sway or charm them, Sigma females quickly pick up on the cues. Excessive praise, uncertain commitments, or abrupt changes in behavior. Sigma females have a knack for feeling when something's not right in a conversation, and they trust these instincts. This ability allows them to handle tricky social situations wisely, avoiding relationships or scenarios that could be exhausting. What makes Sigma females unique is not just their skill in recognizing manipulation, but also how they view the world. They don't think the world is full of dishonesty. Instead, they see it as a complex network of relationships that demands careful thought and insight. This understanding gives them a deeper and more precise view of the world, helping them connect with others more profoundly. Their capacity to see beyond deceits provides them with wisdom that not only safeguards them, but also enables them to share valuable advice with others dealing with deceit and manipulation. Number 6. Able to change and thrive where others remain the same. Sigma females excel during changes. While some people stick to their usual habits, Sigma females have a knack for adjusting quickly, a skill many do not possess. Instead of avoiding new places or surprising events, they welcome them, viewing each challenge as a chance to improve. They avoid sticking to old ways or fixed ideas. Rather, they adapt swiftly, making clever choices in the moment, while others may hesitate or rely on known strategies. This ability is particularly valuable in a constantly changing world, where being stuck can hold people back. When plans don't unfold as expected, Sigma females stay cool and adaptable. They can understand the mood, analyze fresh situations, and find out the best way to handle them smoothly. This flexibility isn't just about handling changes smoothly. It's about being alert and creative, whether it's a change at work, an unexpected problem, or a new societal norm. Sigma females stay calm. They use these situations to think deeply and discover more effective ways forward. Their ability to think flexibly lets them spot opportunities and solutions that others might miss. While those who are set in their ways get trapped in outdated habits or can't keep pace, Sigma females constantly adapt, keeping ahead of trends. Their mental nimbleness helps them turn challenges into chances and breathe new life into static conditions. It's this knack for adapting that allows them not only to survive, but to excel, while others struggle to cope with the constant changes in their vicinity. Number 7. Thinking independently, away from the crowd. Sigma females naturally avoid just going along with what everyone else thinks or does. While many people quickly adopt new trends, ideas, or group choices without really questioning them, Sigma females take their time to form their own opinions. They aren't influenced by what's popular or by the pressure from others. In fact, the more popular something becomes, the more a Sigma female tends to be skeptical about it. This tendency to challenge the norm keeps their thinking fresh and independent. They don't just take things as they are presented. They want to explore deeper. Whether it's a headline, a widely held view, or a recent fad, Sigma females are driven to uncover the reasons behind these things. They'll look into the details, evaluate, and come to conclusions that might differ from the general consensus. Sigma females have the ability to think on their own, which keeps them from getting stuck in the same old ideas that many people do. They don't just repeat what others say. Instead, they form their own views by looking at the facts and thinking deeply about them. In a world where many just go along with the group, whether on social media or at work, Sigma females are known for their independent thinking. They steer clear of the easy route of just following others without questioning, which makes their understanding deeper and unique. By always asking questions and thinking independently, Sigma females often cut through the clutter and discover the truth. This way of thinking not only makes them stand out, but also gives them a deeper understanding of the world that many miss. Number 8. Keeping emotions in check enhances clear thinking. Sigma females have a unique skill to manage their emotions when it's really important. While many people allow their emotions to shape their choices, Sigma females can set their feelings aside and see things clearly. This ability to detach from their emotions doesn't make them cold or heartless. It just means they don't let their feelings dictate their decisions. They are very good at separating their emotions from the actual facts, which helps them make wise and thoughtful decisions. When tough decisions come up, Sigma females aren't influenced by fear, guilt, or sudden whims. Instead, they carefully consider every aspect of the situation, balance their options, and pick the most sensible solution. Their capability to remain calm and clear-headed helps them make choices that are not just well-considered, but also more effective over time. They don't get sidetracked by what others expect or how others might feel. Instead, they concentrate on what is real and what actually works. Their perceptions are often more accurate because they can ignore the emotional distractions that cloud most people's judgment. While others may respond emotionally and make hasty, flawed decisions under stress, Sigma females maintain their composure and stick to the facts. This emotional steadiness keeps them centered and attentive, ensuring their decisions are not just sensible but also meaningful. This talent makes them both outstanding thinkers and adept problem solvers, even in very challenging situations. Number 9. Quietly tough, fostering mental growth. Sigma females possess a subtle but powerful strength that's often overlooked, yet it shines brightly when they face difficulties. Unlike many who avoid failure or let negative comments shake their self-assurance, Sigma females handle these setbacks smoothly. They view failure not as a mark against them, but as an essential step towards growth. Rather than faltering under stress or quitting amid challenges, they carefully examine what went wrong, learn from it, and push forward with increased strength. This ability to bounce back distinguishes them notably. While others might spend time nursing their hurt feelings or letting their errors limit them, Sigma females are already using those experiences to hone their thinking skills. Sigma females realize that true growth doesn't come from simple victories or always being told they're good. It comes from being able to get up after a fall, clean yourself up, and figure out how to improve for the next attempt. They don't see failure as the end of the road. Instead, they view it as a step forward. Their skill in dealing with challenges calmly means they don't just get by in tough times. They actually do well. This ongoing process of thinking things over and getting better makes Sigma females intellectually more robust as time goes by. While others might stumble and start doubting themselves, they come out wiser and more prepared. It's not about knowing everything right off the bat. It's about being tough enough to keep seeking the right answers, even when things aren't working out. That's why their intellectual development is steady, deep, and often overlooked by those who only notice the outer layer. Number 10. At ease with complicated situations. Sigma females feel in their element when things get complicated. Where many people prefer straightforward solutions and fast results, Sigma females aren't afraid to tackle the complex layers of a problem. They realize the world isn't just black and white and are comfortable navigating the gray areas. This ability to handle complexity gives them a sharp intellectual advantage. They aren't looking for quick fixes or simple answers. Instead, they relish the opportunity to explore more deeply, understanding that true insights often emerge from grappling with tougher issues. When others might feel frustrated or lost in situations that are unclear, Sigma females remain cool and inquisitive. They are okay with things not being clear-cut or easy to grasp immediately. In fact, they often do their best in situations where the answers are not obvious. Their readiness to tackle complex issues means they often discover creative solutions where others might give up. They don't avoid tough challenges. Instead, they embrace them, aware that the most rewarding learning and growth often come from complexity. Their skill in handling and interpreting various layers of information enables them to think deeply and make connections that others overlook. While some may prefer the comfort of simplicity, Sigma females understand that the world is naturally complicated, and they aren't deterred by it. They patiently work through the confusion, applying their intelligence to unravel the complexities and gain a clearer, more thoughtful perspective on the problems they face. This ability makes them outstanding at solving problems, especially those without straightforward solutions. Number 11. Deeply committed to learning on their own. Sigma females are very independent when it comes to learning. Instead of following the usual educational paths or relying on school systems, they create their own learning plans based on what interests them. They focus intensely on teaching themselves, often looking into areas that many people might not notice or think are not important. While lots of people go with what's popular, Sigma females dive into new and specialized subjects. This way, they become experts in their areas, even if these fields don't always require official qualifications. They are driven by their curiosity and actively look for books, online courses, podcasts, and groups that match their interests. Not being tied to standard education methods gives them the freedom to explore topics in unique ways and make connections that others often overlook. Their understanding becomes deeper and more complex. They also develop a deep sense of ownership over what they learn because they explore topics on their own. They're not just taking in facts, they're actively thinking about them, challenging old ideas, and blending new knowledge into their own way of thinking. This independence in thought doesn't just make them more knowledgeable, it also sparks a continuous love for learning. As a result, Sigma females often possess a broad range of insights and abilities that distinguish them in both their careers and personal lives. Their dedication to teaching themselves allows them to adapt swiftly to changes, keeping them leaders in whatever they are passionate about. In a world that often focuses on memorization and standard tests, Sigma females show that true skill and knowledge come from being passionate, curious, and consistently eager to understand more. Number 12. Masters of self-reliance. Sigma females are the epitome of self-sufficiency, relying on their own resources and abilities rather than depending on others. They navigate life with an independent spirit that empowers them to handle their own affairs. make decisions confidently, and solve problems without seeking outside approval. This self-reliance isn't about isolation. It's about possessing the strength to stand alone when necessary. Sigma females are like captains, steering their own ships through the twists and turns of life. They trust their gut feelings, depend on their own decisions, and enjoy the independence that comes from knowing they can rely on themselves. In a world where many people count heavily on friends or others' approval, Sigma females find their strongest support in their own determination. This self-reliance not only helps them grow personally, but also helps them stay strong when facing difficulties. They aren't easily disturbed because deep down, they know they can handle any challenge. Number 13. Steady focus on personal growth. Sigma females are committed to improving themselves, constantly trying to learn more and get better at what they do. They view life as a continuous journey of self-improvement, not satisfied with staying stagnant or resting on past laurels. Whether it's mastering a new skill, enhancing their mental or physical well-being, or pursuing deeper understanding in their fields of interest, Sigma females are committed to becoming the best versions of themselves. This unwavering focus on personal growth is driven by a profound belief in their own potential and a clear vision of what they aspire to achieve. They're not competing with anyone else. Their true competition is with who they were yesterday. By constantly pushing their boundaries and setting higher standards for themselves, Sigma females evolve continuously, turning each day into an opportunity for advancement and self-discovery. This commitment to improving themselves not only enhances their own lives, but also serves as a strong model for others to emulate. In conclusion, Sigma females are brilliant not because they stick to a specific way of doing things, but because they choose not to. They make their own way, using keen observation, endless curiosity, and a strong ability to think independently. While others might get distracted or conform to common thinking, Sigma females stay sharp, flexible, and unaffected by the chaos around them. Their knack for recognizing tricks, handling complex situations, and learning on their own terms distinguishes them in more ways than just academic intelligence. Truly, it's not about showing off how clever they are. They don't really worry about that. They're too focused on learning new things, finding solutions, and moving ahead while others are still trying to understand the situation. It's not about gaining recognition. It's about achieving their goals and doing it better than most, whether people notice or not. So, while others may chase the latest fads or follow the masses, Sigma females are quietly mastering their own universe, one brilliant observation at a time. And honestly, there's no competing with someone who's in a league of their own. Thanks everyone for watching. Catch you in the next video. Bye, stay blessed, and as always, until next time.